All right. When you hear that music, you know it's your favorite channel, The Relationship Doors. Welcome on today's episode. I'm your host, Vic, and we're glad to have you. And of course, you know the drill. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, and tap the notification bell so that you can get more of these discussions. So, welcome on board. And on today's discussion, we'll be talking about signs that you are in a toxic relationship. But before we get to the bottom of the matter, I want to introduce my panelists. Of course, you have on my left your favorite panelist, Dr. Oti Karibu.
Okay, thanks, Rick.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad to be in this show.
Okay.
And let us get to learn the things that show that we are in a punctured relationship.
Yeah.
And maybe we can iron them out.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. How has been the going so far?
Not bad. We are just preparing for the men's conference. Yeah. Getting ready. We are hearing that the hotels are sold out.
Yeah.
But it comes once in a while. We'll sacrifice.
All right. Yeah, of course, Valentine is coming. How prepared are you? You have someone to take you out, and of course, if you're a lady, make a surprise to your guy, and also you take him out. Isikuwe kila saa ni wewe ndio unapelekwa. And on my right, I have the controversial Professor Kaspa. Karibu sana.
Oh, thank you, our host.
Yeah.
I really appreciate what you're planning to discuss today. Unfortunately, I have an apology. I will not attend men's conference.
We represent you.
Yeah, because I don't like being stingy. Yeah, being stingy would die and leave people with that money and they would spend it. So I would spend it.
You're generous.
Yeah,
consider yourself excommunicated.
And you receive a letter to that effect.
Yes.
So karibu sana. We're glad to have you. So viewers, without wasting a lot of time, we are going to dive right into it. So as I've told you, we are going to discuss about signs that you're in a toxic relationship. And maybe to get this discussion started, I will request Dr. Oti here to tell us, of course, when you're initiating relationships, there are those good moments, and you envisage having a wonderful time with your partner, the new partner. Do you think that toxic relationships are always toxic from the start?
Actually, from wedding, which most of us do not go through, we have got a period that is called honeymoon period.
All right.
That is, I think, that is the best part of marriage, and it is a period where most of our behaviors are hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, you just try to create something that can make you get the best of it. So immediately after that honeymoon period, realities will now dawn. The real you will come out. Yeah, because this is the person that will get to know the inner. The part that you are hiding is no longer there. You cannot hide it anymore.
But I normally think honeymoons are for opening the bedroom and everything, because of course in a Christian setup you are not allowed to have sex until the wedding time, and I think when you're going for a honeymoon, it's entirely focused on.
Okay, Vic, you are entirely wrong.
Okay.
Because what is done cannot be undone. The certificate is already issued.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wherever, if it is a problem, you'll have to live with it. But now those are the problems that are bringing toxic relationship. Yeah. Because maybe Christian needs to revise a few things that may not bring like making marriage something like a trial. So it should be something that like tried, tested, and when you are going to live with the person, it is a product that you subscribe to.
All right.
Yeah.
So according to you, you think that toxic relationships are toxic from the word go. It's only that partners are trying to hide the toxic aspects of their selves.
Okay, mainly it is because it comes about mismatch of the partners.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are things that we defy. I mean, we do not take a lot of consideration on, like things like hobbies.
Okay.
It is very, very important to know somebody's hobbies, and you get to know if they are, they are matching with yours. Here will come a case whereby you want to watch news, another person want to watch some soaps, and you have a problem like, I'll break this TV, so something like that.
Okay.
So it is always important that we get to know somebody's.
All right.
We find that what that person likes, most of them you can also like. But if you cannot like them, you find that these things you can accommodate them.
Okay.
Yeah. But now if you find that some behaviors are not easily accommodated, now this is what is bringing the real toxicity.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
And the other time we talked, I don't know whether it was you or it was the deep state, talked about, I like the African setup whereby parents used to go get a girl for you, and there's a term you guys called it, I can't remember it.
Go between.
Yeah, go between.
Yeah.
And I think for me that was a really nice thing, so that you don't have to. It's like they do due diligence. They were doing due diligence for the man, so that you don't end up having a wrong woman. But Professor Casper, to what extent do you consider acts or words toxic? Because if you have, say, last time we talked about a lady who keeps on murmuring, complaining, can that be defined as toxic?
Yeah. You see, when we men get tired, we don't like noise. And you find, I can say, like Jesus said, it was not so from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was not meant for people. Once you begin a relationship,
Yeah.
it turns out to be toxic. However, two factors come in that bring the toxicity into that relationship.
Yeah.
Because when you are dating, you are hugging,
Yeah.
you are telling everybody how you are in love, how you can live without each other.
Yeah.
And you are living in what I can say, in an ideal world.
Yeah.
Because you guys, you had not stayed together
Yeah.
and known each other's character.
Mhm.
The character you knew about the other partner is the staged character, the
Right.
one that the other partner wanted you to know.
Mhm.
So you didn't know that this person does not take does not bathe for a whole week. You did not know that she doesn't know on how to cook.
Yeah.
There are things you did not even know, that she has a foul mouth, especially that talking you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you'll find this lady will come with two expectations. Will come with certain expectations based on what you are doing when you are dating. So if you are providing her money, you are talking nice, you are not this rough guy.
Yeah.
You know, when you are going hunting, you cannot be that rough.
Yeah.
You try to put some traps.
To attract them.
To attract. Now, once you're in the house,
Yeah.
you cannot hide your character,
Yeah.
because character is like your skin. You can't hide it forever.
Yeah.
So immediately you start portraying your character, and this person was not prepared that actually if you go to that relationship,
Yeah.
most likely it is going to be toxic.
Okay.
Those expectations were not there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, men all over the world,
Okay.
they are not taught on how to take care of women. And in a Kisi say, we say, "Wakungu mbaya, menu yabasareirie,"
Okay.
which means women are good,
Okay.
but their mouths
That way.
are the problem.
Okay.
So you find that if you're going to discuss something like when you're beginning a relationship, what I disagree with you and Dr. Oti, that you should give everything to like you open yourself, you become an open book to that girl, tell her that you had 70 girls, you had this, you will be honest, which is good.
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, they will start using what you told them against you.
Okay.
So immediately you
the police what you say can be used against.
yeah. So you have to shut your mouth if
Yeah.
you want to be safe.
Yeah.
So immediately you see them starting using those terms. This is why you are doing this. This is why you are doing this. And actually, even in our community, I remember in Kisii, they usually say if you marry and send that wife away,
Yeah.
bring another, she will be told, even if you hide that she did not, she will be told you had a wife. So immediately you start having issues. Actually, probably you were in a toxic relationship, which was not even working, and now you have brought this girl in. She will be like, I think the other woman went because of this.
Okay. Yeah.
You see, once you start getting such statements in a relationship, those are signs that this thing is now beginning to be toxic.
And of course you talked about you know, when people are in a new relationship, it's so amazing. You know, the way you cannot eat until your partner comes, the way you walk holding hands, the way you go to a tailor and have vitenges that look the same and all, everything. I try to liken this to someone who has been saved. You know, the early
Newly
stages of,
saved,
you going to fellowships, you want to do prayers, you want to read the Bible every time, which is really good. But then you realize down the line, the couple start calling each other ng'ombe, punda, ngamia. How does it start? I mean,
you get married to a dog.
Yeah. When did you even become a dog? How does it start?
Okay, Rick, to be honest, like Prof had said, during dating time, a lot of things you are living in fantasy. Like we have even calculated that when we get married, we are going to have 4 kids. Our firstborn should be a boy. Are you seeing? You are just in a fantasy. You are living a dream out of it. A lot of things are not reality because the lady will talk about like you take dates, like you take coffee in town, or in some good restaurant, and when you get married, you realize that that money you can buy sugar and you cook tea inside your house. So you know, she will say that things have changed. We used to go on dates, now we are not going on dates.
We have to eat in the house.
So you see that such deviations are the things that are changing things.
Priorities.
Because you'll find that she liked the food outside, and that is the point of the time that you realize that she never knew how to cook. So the realities will start dawning at that point, because other things like we have seen. It is not only about relationship to do with partners and wife, and we saw even our Kenyan government with Jubilee. They were donning the same clothes, untying, putting on the same shirt. But now you can tell me how we started and how.
And the president couldn't read a speech without having the vice just.
Everything was matching.
Yes.
So that is the true picture that we have in our
depiction,
in our marriage. So there are times that everywhere where you want to go, you want your partner to accompany you, but now you realize that you say that I'll go there, you'll find me there. So I think this thing is only coming because of the things that we do not experiment. I like the part that you said that there's a part that you said that our traditional in ATR, African traditional community, ATC, you find that most of these things were organized. Like there were no disappointment. Like maybe you go to bed, you find that what you bought is what
you get.
Is what was delivered. But now you see, Christian aspect is you can buy something and you realize that actually this is not what is what you paid for. So like for example, us Luos, you'll find that we had like maybe like any other community, we valued what is called virginity in girls, and it was being rewarded.
Even God himself values that.
It was.
He doesn't write things which are not virgins.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so
He likes firstborns actually.
yeah.
Firstborns, virgins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, when he was ordering meals,
Yes.
you take a goat which has not
Blameless.
With
blameless.
glass of
Yeah,
blemish.
which in
Yeah.
short, it is a virgin. It has not interfered. It has
Yeah.
not done anything.
Yes.
It has
So
everything.
the sign of purity.
Yes,
Yeah.
purity. Yeah,
Mm.
that purity is what is valued most.
Yeah.
So you find that a lady who was virgin then could fetch a huge amount of dowry,
Okay.
and and would give, would not embarrass
Yeah.
the clan where she comes from.
Mm.
So we had something which was called Konremo.
Okay.
Konremo was the ugali of blood.
Mm.
Okay. Today you've decided you talk vernacular. Okay. So Kuremo is what? Ugali.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
bridesmaid, I mean the bridesmaid
Mm.
were the one who were coming with that ugali.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when the blood, like they will sleep on some mats,
Okay.
and when the bloods appear on that white sheet,
Yeah. It's
that is a celebration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now that is when that ugali can be eaten.
Mm.
When it
Okay.
is not
You
a
cannot.
big
It
embarrassment.
reminds me of
Yeah.
kitumbua kimejaa
Yeah.
mchanga.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was a big embarrassment,
Yeah.
and could mean that
Yeah.
the lady was going to be some kind of getting some punishment. Punishment was you are not going to get married to somebody of your own age.
Okay.
Mm.
Instead, an elderly person
Mm.
or somebody with some mental instability. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Daktari, for that insight.
Mm.
When men are have been offended, most men tend to shut.
Yeah, we process inwards.
They minimize communication, conversations, and they won't tell you their plans and everything.
Mm.
So you just there, wondering what is this ngamia thinking about.
This cow.
But what are these red flags that they will tell you that you're in a toxic relationship? One.
Yeah, there are many.
Mhm.
But personally, I look at it from communication.
Mhm.
Once you realize the form of communication in the house has changed, you are chatting with your wife very well, all of a sudden it becomes, now kids are being knocked up and down. Punda wewe kichwa kama sijui ya nini.
Basi.
Munanipea stress
Yes.
hapa, mutaki niishi.
And they communicate to you
Yeah.
through the kid.
Now they are telling the kid,
The message is intended.
but the
this way.
message is intended to you. Kazi yenu ni kuingia kwa nyumba munafura tu. No? So now I'm like, what is taking on? So once you find that such things have begun, that kind of communication has started in your relationship, just know that toxicity has begun from there. If you call your wife, oh sweetie, I don't have some money today, can you do as we usually do, like find some money somewhere and then I will return? The answer is there's no money, and that's all. Just know once there's that communication breakdown, there's something that is going on. There's some toxicity that is going on.
All right.
You have to start now finding a way of getting where the problem is. I say communication. If your body parts fail to communicate, that's why God put pain in animals. And trees don't have pain.
Yeah.
So if you go to cut a tree, it will not run away. But if you suppose you did not have what we call a pain, and somebody comes with a knife, akudunge,
We'll be killing each other here, like
you can kill someone without someone noticing.
Yeah.
Okay? So I think pain came such that in fact even things that are inside your body, once you start feeling some pain somewhere, you rush to the hospital, they look, and probably there is an organ that is not functioning.
But Professor,
So the same with communication.
this notion, because people have different reaction towards actions.
Mhm.
Because someone will tell you that Mimi, when I'm angry, I don't like talking. Another one will tell you that I need my space. So and you're talking about communication. So how do you balance between giving you your space or getting your space and communicating to solve the issues to get yourself out of this toxicity in the relationship?
You see, the problem we have with the men relationship, I usually see status Nazama. They say, if you don't talk to me, I will not talk to you. If you don't text me, I will not text
Eye
you.
for an eye.
An eye for an eye.
So
So I have been asking this question: who is supposed to begin that conversation?
okay.
So you find in most cases, to me, is the inferior partner
That
is supposed to
Initiator.
begin the conversation.
When you come together, you are equal partners.
There's
No. Listen, we are not equal. In a relationship or a marriage, once we know that we are not equal partners, because equality, you see, this your wife or your partner is more of your worker. Let me not say a worker, because on a higher role. She has a higher role than a maid.
Since what are human rights, we can sue you for saying that.
Yeah. No, don't sue me.
And gender equality.
Yeah, no. Leave alone those equality and Beijing thing.
Okay.
If we leave, you see, those things have brought a lot of issues. God intended that a woman should be inferior, because this is something. Let me ask you: is your car superior than you?
No, it's not.
It is not.
Yeah.
Because it is supposed to obey you.
Yeah.
A woman was not created for God or for another thing.
So how does?
It was created for a man.
So how does?
Say that at least for Christians.
No, not Christians.
Yeah, there are those who don't subscribe to that belief. But my
women cannot exist without men.
But my question is the inferiority of a lady and her initiating the conversation. How are they?
This is how it is.
Yeah.
If we relate that with what the synonymous, what we usually say about the Bible, that men being like God and women being like a church, if God offends you, you are the one who is going to talk to him about how he offended you. Okay. Not God coming to ask you, did I offend you? No, if you feel offended, you talk to God. Okay. Now, if you as a man, your wife offends you, do you keep quiet?
No,
you see, this problem is with women. Yeah. In a relationship, you find once you offend her, she resorts into breaking communication, trying not to cook for you, trying to make sure monologues, a lot of monologues in the house, trying funny things.
So what is the right way of getting out of these issues of communication? So you are advocating for women.
That's why you used to slap them. Like Ababio said in Aminata, a slap on a woman's cheek works wonders.
Do you agree with him?
Partly in the former world, it was, but in modern world, we really advocate against gender violence. So that is what because now what is happening in this society, the current society, we have ego. And ego is coming from both sides. At that time, the ego was only on a man. But now the ladies also. So it is not how it starts, but the reaction. Like, this is the person that is blessed, is having access to the kitchen. You might be stronger in slapping, but the weapons, she can access them easily. And of course, this is the person who is preparing your meal. She can do something. She can do something. So I think the best way to start conversation is like, before this problem start, is like, we men, we like putting things under the carpet. A lot of things we sweep them, we put them under the carpet. Like this, I gave her this money, she squandered it. You don't talk about it. You wait until those injustices.
Inside.
You feel that pain. So when it has gone beyond that point is when you want to come up with all of them. We don't want one issue for a man, one issue should not make you shout. Yeah, you should have like you should substantiate like one, two, or three. Yeah, so that
I think Dr. Oti.
Yes.
So that we move on to the next point.
Yes.
Let's talk about, because for me I think there are two things which are very important.
Yes.
When you're talking about communication.
Yes.
One is the attitude, and I think the attitude should be towards solving the issue,
yes,
not blaming.
Yes.
Like you should be proactive.
Yes.
And the other thing for me is the tone. Let's talk about these two issues.
Okay. Before that, I want to add him a point.
Yes.
So you see, you need those secrets, those things that are personal, and the secrets you're talking about are personal issues that don't concern your wife, but if spoken to her, they can be interpreted negatively.
So you're okay with her also having her own secrets that you shouldn't know about?
That's it.
Okay.
Because if you know, for instance, she has male friends, there is one seducing her, how will you react to that thing?
I think when the Bible says that two shall be one, then it means there shouldn't be no secret.
No. Oneness that God is referring to, it's not about sharing everything.
Okay, what is it?
I can use the Bible to counter your argument. Let's take an example of the father of faith, Abraham. Abraham was told by God, I'm going to give you a son. And he was given a son. The same God who told him that I'm going to give you a son came and told him, I want you to sacrifice that son.
Yeah.
So Abraham went to sacrifice Isaac, but did not tell the wife that I'm going to sacrifice Isaac.
Neither did he even tell Isaac himself.
Yeah, not even Isaac. So what did he tell the wife? We are going to worship. Okay? So there are some things, if you tell your partner, they will bring toxicity into a relationship, even though they are in good intention. They will be interpreted in a wrong way.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why even if you are one, there are some things they have to be kept to you, to yourself. For instance, let's say maybe you have gone with your workmate to, let's say, you have gone to Uganda, and then you fall short of money, you hire a single room, and this workmate is a female. You are not doing anything with her, okay? Will you come and share that experience with your wife now you know we were...
Likely you'll do something.
No, there is a high probability you can keep it professional.
And that is why you would say, because she may not understand
that you did not do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you will keep it a secret. So there's some stuff that can happen, and you're like, okay, this one should remain with me. So you hear that graves have a lot of secrets.
So you die with your secret.
Yeah.
Dr. Oti, we have an issue when it comes to mostly men. When you're having an issue that you need to discuss with your partner, men, out of their ego, which is natural, they tend not to tone down in the sense that they're supposed to even apologize. To some extent, even partners go to an extent of, coining the mistake and blaming it to the other person. How toxic can that be?
Okay. When we talk about taking the blames, throwing the blames.
You make her feel guilty, whereas you are the one who did something wrong.
Okay, that is now very dangerous because it is the one that will highly contribute to toxic relationship. In that, when you are asking for forgiveness, we should know the mistake that you have done.
Okay.
But failure to accept that mistake means that there's no forgiveness that you should be given. So reconciliation should start with finding the problem, and then we iron it out.
Actually, Dr. T,
yes,
I tend to understand that like this.
You're not letting Dr. T talk.
I'm understanding it this way.
All right.
There is a situation whereby you have been caught with a mpango wa kando, and then she keeps quiet. the following day she's the one now with mpango wa kando.
Okay.
Wait.
Yes.
Now you go ask her, what are you doing? She will tell you,
you also did
you are also doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's you have accepted that I'm doing a mistake, but I'm doing it because you did it. Now you don't want to.
Yeah,
That's how I'm understanding.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
I
That's a
think
good
you
example.
you gave a right interpretation of the situation. Yeah. So in that area, we can the Englishman said that two wrongs
doesn't make a right.
doesn't make it right. So not that because I did it wrong. Also you should if you do it wrong that now it will be okay. No. So we need to when you do a mistake and it is a genuine mistake and it is too clear that you made a mistake, accept your mistake. After accepting it is when your partner can check whether to forgive you and you move on. Yeah. And the ego should not make you not apologize. Yeah. Yeah, like Prof will also will say that
men are not supposed to apologize.
Inferior sex should not ask for maybe it is upon the inferior sex to ask for forgiveness.
Much as he's the one who did something wrong.
Yes.
So you can imagine. But now we're talking about that forgiveness.
Yes.
And for me, the Bible says, I think somewhere in the book of Samuel, that and also in Psalms, that God is not interested in fat offerings, but a contrite and a broken heart he will not despise. Now, there's a tone that you can be, someone can apologize with, and you look at the intention is just to ensure that things end, but they've not apologized. Like someone can just tell you, basi pole. You know, how does that communicate? What does that communicate?
That means that that only takes you to square one. It means that it just leaves you where the problem was. Nothing is solved. You have not moved an inch, and you are going just to start from where when your ship was capsizing, so it will continue taking in more water. Yeah, so that is not a solution. So a solution is like you have to get the real cause of the problem.
All right.
And then both of you. Okay, it is now like a debate. You accept another person's weakness, and this person also will accept your weakness.
Okay.
And then these things doesn't need to be repeated.
Okay.
Yeah. So repeating it means that maybe it is now not a mistake. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at it in this sense.
Yeah.
There are stages. One, admitting there is a mistake.
Yes.
Two, identifying who did that mistake. And three, the person who has been identified as the person who has done the mistake to admit, to own the mistake, so that he can be in the right position for her or him to now be able to apologize. I think that is the principle that even God works with, that you have to, the Bible says, whoever confesses shall be forgiven. So you have to confess first. Is that true?
You see, it's so hard. It's hard. That's a hard task. Accepting that you did a mistake.
Yeah.
And I agree with Dr. Oti. Men, it's very hard to accept that you did a mistake.
All right.
But we can force women to accept. Women can accept. But I know why men don't like accepting. Because there is no way you can satisfy a woman. If you tell her you did it, she will ask you why. If you tell her you did not do it, she will ask you why are you lying. If you tell her the truth, she will ask you why are you telling me the truth. So now you find that
wonder what is it they want.
Now what do you want? You see, they will not get satisfied with any form of a question, any form of explanation, except one: you deny until you die.
Even if you are caught, hands down.
Especially a man, you say no, I was doing nothing.
Yes.
That makes them happy.
Okay.
Yeah, most women, it makes them happy when you tell them I was not doing anything.
Okay.
But if you admit it, they will again use it against you.
All right.
They will say, oh, you see, why did you do it? You don't love me, you don't do what? Just say, no, I did nothing. I even found myself there. I don't know whether I was intoxicated.
Ni shetani
alinipeleka huko. No, that's
Not yourself.
not me. Hata huyo hakuwa mimi, labda alikuwa shetani.
Dr. T, what is the interpretation when your partner doesn't give a damn about your feelings? Like, he doesn't care about what you do, what you feel. Is that a communication that you're in a toxic relationship?
That is really a red flag that speaks volume, and you need to analyze it the moment it dawns on you.
Okay.
Yeah, because like that means that somebody is becoming selfish, because what matters to her is a situation, her things are satisfied, and yours, she doesn't care. Yeah.
What kind of feelings are these you're talking about? Are we talking about emotional? Are we talking about spiritual? I mean, like, what kind of feelings?
It just encompasses all those. So you'll find that there, even the feeling, like there's sometimes even when you want to make love, it's like you are inducing, like she's doing for you a favor. So
like for instance,
yes.
What are you supposed to do when you realize that your partner is sad? Are you supposed to just be there, hug her, what are we talking about when you're talking about you don't care about feelings? Because I may notice that you're sad, but possibly you need to get your time. There's a clip that I watched last a few months, whereby the husband was crying somewhere outside the door, and the wife took a clip of the husband crying, and she posted it to the social media, Twitter, I think. And then people started reacting against that, like, no, that is not the right way to do it. Why would you take a clip of your husband when he's crying and you're circulating? You, first of all, you are infringing his privacy. Possibly he needed his time. You would have actually been there to see what is this that is making him cry. Instead you're just there busy taking a clip and circulating.
Okay,
and probably she might be the cause why the guy is crying.
Okay, we can you can also find that okay, like when somebody is down, you are married or you are in a relationship that requires you to be for each other during the low moments and the high moments. So you need to get into that, but there are some partners who are attention seekers.
Okay.
So you should be very careful
right,
while treating this. But these attention seekers, again, they are different group of people to deal with. These are most of them are introverts, and they are vulnerable when it comes to taking away their own lives. They are vulnerable. So in case you don't give them that attention, they can do something that you'll regret about. So it is worth. I mean, I think you should when they are low, you should try. I mean, you should get away, devise a way of comforting them.
And including even when they are happy, there's somebody you come there, she just want you. They want you to talk. You're talking, but you realize even the kind of conversation you're having.
Again,
and you have to listen to them.
You have to listen. But okay, there are this relationship whereby you find that you are together, but in this relationship you are again competing each other. So like somebody's happiness is not your own happiness. A husband comes home, says that I've been added salary. The wife will say that it is something that is worth rejoicing. But you find that the wife will say that now more money, more mpango kando. So you see, and husband also, the wife comes after graduating, doing her masters. Say that okay, now you see that now you'll not have time with me. Or you'll make me like you'll be like the head of the house now.
Okay.
So you'll find that there are things that the feelings that somebody is not rejoicing in someone's prosperity. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like people are competing each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So instead of working mutually,
yes,
you are
looking at individual goals.
at individual goals.
Yes.
And I think, Vic, there is a problem with our ladies. Very few, I can count, will console you when you're sad.
Yes.
Very few ladies who are in a relationship will want to try and understand what's the problem. Why are you stressed? Why are you not talking the way you used to talk? You see, very few ladies understand their partners.
Okay.
But when they are in a problem, they want you to address their problem. But when you are in a problem, no one will address yours.
Okay.
So that's why you find most men end up committing suicide. Some of them can go to an extent of even killing their partners because they reach a point where they're like, there is no one in this world who understands me.
Yeah.
That's why you find King David saying, I will look unto the mountains.
Where does my help come from?
Where does my help come from? David, as a man, decided now he only sees one option.
Only God.
Only God.
All right.
That's why he's usually very happy when people tell him that go to the house of God.
church.
Because that's where the only place where a man can get.
Now let me ask you, Casper, Professor, is a man supposed to be controlling? And if yes, is that toxic?
Yes, to some extent, a man should control the family, but should give them some form of democracy. Not that much controlling. Set the rules, and the rules should be followed.
Okay.
But I tend to find it very easy if you give your wife the freedom or your partner, you allow them to feel that they have a responsibility. You see, now as a HR, you understand that in a workplace there is micromanagement, and there is also whereby you I don't know how you call it, but there is this kind of leadership. Sometimes we refer to it as transformational leadership, whereby you allow the workers to take part in the decision making of the organization. They feel part of the decision. Okay, so if you give them, your wife is now like your worker because he's coming to help you achieve your goals.
Okay, I'm sure ladies will not take that kindly.
Yeah, they are coming to help. They are helpers. They are not partners.
Okay.
If you take the route of Dr. Oti, that's where competition comes in.
Okay.
And actually, the women we have, especially in Africa, they are not even partners. I refer to them as mates.
Okay.
I'm sorry for that.
Okay. That's so harsh.
No, you can't be sorry for your opinion.
I'm sorry for calling them mates because
I disagree.
You see, a partner will bring equal contribution to a relationship.
You can't sleep with your mate, can
you? Wait.
Yeah.
You can sleep with your mate, she can sire.
How?
But
that is even
that's
in the Bible.
Yeah. So that's a concubine. But I'm saying, you see, a maid, why I'm referring them to as maids, a maid can have sex with you. A maid can
do
all house chores, even cooking for you.
Yeah.
The only thing she cannot do is to play a role of a wife, whereby this as your partner brings in resources.
Okay.
But now you have these kinds of wives. Sometimes they call them housewives.
Yeah.
Actually, they should refer to them as maids.
Okay.
Where they don't contribute emotionally. I'm not saying housewives are bad.
Yeah.
They are supposed to guide you as a husband.
Yeah.
Tell you, my husband, let us do this, let us do that. And they're supposed even to understand when you don't have money.
Okay.
But you find this is a housewife who doesn't know the hardships you go outside there, the things you do to get the money at home, but come with 5,000, they will complain, what is this have you brought? As though they went to look for that money. That's why I'm referring them. So they cannot be partners, they are helpers. So being a helper means you are assigned roles by your CEO. You are the CEO. As a husband, you are the CEO. You assign them roles. And they should not behave like Ruto. They go on top of cars and
and announce it to everyone that
yeah.
I'm helping
So,
my husband.
assign them roles, and they are supposed to follow those roles. If you tell them that you're going to be doing a business, they follow it.
But there are people who don't like to be micromanaged, as you're saying, because
That's if you give them.
especially if you meet with career women, they don't like that. They just want to be themselves, and actually they want you to support them.
The worst person you should marry is a career woman. Just marry someone and give
You
them.
say it's his own opinion. He's entitled.
It's entitled. But,
No. You see, career women,
Yes.
they think they have made themselves. They
Okay.
can never be your subordinate.
Yeah.
A wife should be your subordinate. But if you open a business for your wife and give her the freedom, because these women, they have a unique way of getting money.
Yeah.
Open for her a business. They know how to get that money.
Yeah.
I don't know, as long as again that money does not become hers,
Okay.
she knows this money belongs to the
To the
family.
family, yeah.
Give her that freedom to feel that she's a wife.
Okay.
You will not have
Any problems?
you will have issues in the house, but not that much.
Okay.
Because most of the time the relationship becomes toxic because of two major things, leave alone these things of communication or whatever. Sex, money.
Okay.
If you have more money, and more money and more money, there is no day that relationship will become toxic. They will just get money and they are like, just do anything you want there.
Would you be comfortable having a controlling woman?
I want to be. As an African man, that one is what it is difficult to tolerate, because that will embarrass you with your guest, and the woman also should know. Like, even if she's controlling, those ones, there are things that she can do when you are just the two of you. But there are women, we know of women who are maybe having higher ranks in their jobs, or earning more money in their business or their jobs, but you find that they come, they put everything in the hands of the head of the family to do the budget. So there, we
Do you have an example?
Yeah,
because that seems it is
Just
not
let you speak for a minute.
No, it is a very I like that kind of woman he is describing. I would like to find one.
You're hijacking all the... All right.
He has very good points. I like to find that one. Goes to work, brings money, puts on the table for a man to budget.
You'll not find it.
When we are talking
Only
about
movies.
In movies maybe.
the proportion of that. And that is why we talk about you have a wife and you hear somebody saying that you are 1 in a million. So so don't just know that the proportion of them
possible
is really low. But there are others but there are others who are there to prove a point to you that what a man can do,
a woman can
woman can do better. But when you look again, some quotes like behind every successful woman, successful man, there's a woman. You'll ask why? What is the woman doing behind? Why can't she
be in front?
Be in front and support you in that. So I think then another place where I would like to concur with Prof is about career woman. You know, sometimes we fail to judge success. We judge success in depending on the material things. Like somebody is successful, but behind these things you find there are broken marriages. So you'll say that so and so has scaled high and now she's the director of this company, and when you go
you realize there are a lot of hidden issues. I remember the first minister, or I don't know whether it's the first minister, no, not under Uhuru administration. There was this minister who was called Robinson Githai. There's a time that he was the minister for finance, and that is the time that his son committed suicide. So you see that everything is not about this money. Career, it meant that
when it was about money, the father could afford everything. Yeah, the father could access.
And actually,
Yes.
you know a lot of celebrities. And can you just name a few women?
By the way, Rihanna is pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a few women,
Yes.
career women,
Yes.
who have husbands.
Rihanna is pregnant.
Actually, that's
And
one.
she
maybe
has
that's
someone.
not a career woman. She's
No, she's a career woman. Well, music is a career.
Okay. When we talk about the
And the Piquez,
celebs,
and the Piquez wife,
the
husband, wife.
the celebs are just
Shakira.
Shakira.
celebs are the people who are commonly known.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will start with my uncle. That is Barack Obama. Their relationship is quite flourishing in a way that everybody will admire.
And even in Kenya, Nameless and Wahoo, they are doing so well.
But now you see your uncle.
Now, yes.
Your uncle
Yes.
is he became the president.
Yes,
The
yes.
wife was low.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the women like the Mother Karuas, the Waigurus, the governors.
Okay. And Waiguru just did a wedding the
That
other day.
and
also
okay.
Natasha, the
Okay,
the other day.
let me come up, but I'm really sorry that the person I want to talk about is now the late. That is Dr. Joyce Laboso. When you heard about the eulogy, you realize that this lady was a governor, but the extent that she was submitting to the husband was really high. Yeah, we know that a governor is like, I think the post of governor is bigger than even the deputy president. You are running on your administration. So you could see that this lady was coming low. Like even if you heard how the husband eulogized her, you can get that those people are there. I can add you people like Beckham.
Even
Beckham,
Tanzanian
you know Beckham? Yeah. Those ones are some. And then we have got Beckham's wife is called Victoria Beckham.
Okay.
She was singing in a group called Spice Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, they had some hit songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should get time and listen to some.
Okay.
Yeah, more so Mama.
Oh.
There's a good song for Mama that you can get there.
Okay.
So I think they are also doing well. Yeah. So, but getting that one where husband is bigger, wife is bigger than husband. That chances is really low. Yeah.
I think there's a thin line between an assertive woman and a controlling woman. So most ladies who are assertive are misunderstood to be controlling or rude or arrogant in that sense.
Okay, Vic, before you just continue, okay, there is this perception that ladies have that when you are married, you have 2 kids. You have 2 children.
Yeah.
The husband, most of them will just behave like children.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we come, we have our socks, we remove them, we leave them on there. The same thing. So that is the attitude.
A real man should be careless.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. So that is where your wife steps in.
Okay.
Now treats you together with, puts you in the
kids.
same bracket with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is where you will get. We can have what we call condensing opinion. Like they feel they put themselves above you.
Now, I want us to wind up. When you realize that you're in a toxic relationship, what should you do?
To me, I think first of all, if you cannot get time and discuss the issue with your partner, you need to get a counselor because it might be psychological.
Yeah.
And there might be some underlying factors.
Yeah.
There can be financial issues, there can be sexual frustrations, they can be influenced from parents, or even parents. Your in-laws might be also involved in the toxicity.
I've just had a pattern issue in the morning, and the lady was saying that the kind of man she's having, before they buy anything in the house,
they consult their mother.
Must consult the mother.
So you find in-laws can be also another cause. So I think for you to get into the root of the issue, I agree with you. First of all, the two parties involved, you have to agree. Don't behave like Ruto and Uhuru.
Yeah.
You have to agree that there is a problem.
Okay.
You see, in 2018, Ruto, do you have a problem with your boss? No, we are okay.
Okay.
You find most families, you go there, it's a toxic relationship, and they will smile. Yeah, we are doing well. Once you just leave, they continue.
Reminds me of Underwood in House of Cards.
Yeah.
They have their own problems, but once they go back to the public, everything
They
is
smile.
nice. They're smiling.
Okay.
But what else do you can you tell viewers when they realize they're in a toxic relationship so that you wind up?
Okay, basically what we are doing, our main concern is like the other people's opinion. That is where we get everything wrong, because we want to check like what will other people say. Like you find that we fight when it reaches the day of going to church. We go to church together with matched clothes. Because what we fear most is what people think about us, not about us. You know, people will only say you a short period, but you stay for a long time. You spend a lot of time together. So the first thing is going through, as he had said, going through looking at the root cause of this, and then trying to solve it, because it is about you. Counselor will be like, after accepting that you have a problem, the solution should first come from you. The others will advise you, but will not decide it.
It should come.
It should come from you. Then we should check. There should be two options. Reviving your relationship, that is through reconciliation, and also we have got another option. There is also exit door. So when you see it is things are not working, don't wait until it is too late.
Thank you so much, my panelists. That was a very important conversation, and we thought you guys should know about it. And we know these are the issues that there are people who are victims of relationships and living in a toxic relationship. But let's seek redress. Let's seek where we went wrong. Let's seek how we can have a conversation about the issues that can lead to this. And of course, even men are mostly they are victims of relationships, but they end up just closing and not communicating. Let's see your view on the comment box. We shall review and address in the next episode. Otherwise, we are glad that you joined us, and until next time, bye bye.